Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today in this video, I'm going to discuss a second unit in software engineering. These are the topics that we are going to discuss in unit 2, that is software requirements. In software requirements, we are having functional and non-functional requirements, user requirements, system requirements, interface specification, the software requirements documents. And the next part is requirements engineering process, feasibility studies, requirements allocations and analysis, requirements validation and requirements management. Let us discuss each topics one by one. The first topic in the second unit, that is software requirements. Basically requirements means nothing but to develop any software or any project, we are having the requirements. To develop the project in such a way or in such a directions, we need the requirements, is known as software requirements. To develop a software, we need requirement, is known as software requirements. Requirements nothing but a things, what are how the process should be, how the development should be, and what are the ways to develop a software or what are the ways to develop a project is known as requirements. Requirements analysis is a very critical process that enables the success of a system or software project to be assessed. To develop or to success of the software or the project, we need the requirements, that is known as software requirements. In software requirements are divided into two types, that is functional and non-functional requirements. Let us discuss each requirements. The first requirement is functional requirements. Functional requirements defines, it is a technical requirements which defines the function of the system or the quality or the how the performance of the system is discussed in the functional requirements, is known as functional requirements. The functional requirements should be written in a very simple language. Should by this everyone everyone should be understand the functional requirements by seeing the documentation only. Functional requirements is examples are authentication, business rules, tracking, certification requirements, transaction corrections, etc. All these come under the functional requirements only. Basically in function requirements, we will check the performance and the system elements and the functions of the system, how the system is working, and what are the technical and technical details are involved to develop a software or the project. These are things are known as functional requirements. Examples of the functional requirements is authentication means nothing but a security, means password details. The password details is known as password, all the pins, pin generation, or any facial recognition is known as authentication, giving security to the system. Storing the all the authentication details is known as functional requirements only. Next is transaction corrections also. When we are doing the transactions and the amount details, the bank details, some credentials is known as functional requirements. I hope you understand the functional requirements. Next, non-functional requirements. These are completely different types from the functional requirements. These are non-technical requirements. Non-technical requirements are known as non-functional requirements. Basically, these are not related to the functional requirements. These are uh, used for usability, reusability, reliability, security purpose, storage purpose, cost purpose, and the flexibility, performance, legal and regularity requirements, etc. These non-functional requirements are used in, like storage purpose we are using non-functional requirements, and the cost also. All the beyond the all functional requirements are known as non-functional requirements. All the other things are known as how to develop the software or the project, we need the cost, we are making the budget, is known as non-functional requirements. to run any project, we need the performance, we will check the performance of the project or the software. This is also known as non-functional requirements. Next, coming the non-functional requirements are divided into two categories, that is execution qualities and the evolution qualities. In execution quality, it is like security and the usability, which are observable at runtime only. This execution in name only, we are seeing the execution means runtime. we are uh, we are seeing execution qualities in the while execution time. Runtime means while running the program or the project or the software. Next one, evolutional qualities. Evolutional qualities means testability, maintainability, extensibility. These are in static in nature. Execution qualities are dynamic. Evolution qualities are in static. Testability means nothing but in evolution qualities, we will run the code. We will test the code. After running the code, it is we are testing the code, that is all the functionalities are working properly or not, we are checking, is known as testability. Maintainability is nothing but we are maintaining the code, delivering the code to the customer in time, is known as maintainability. This is known as extensible, sorry, execution qualities and the evolution qualities. And coming to the differences of functional and non-functional requirements is functional requirements. In functional requirements, it describes what the product does. In non-functional requirement, it describes how the product works. Next, it defines the product features. In non-functional requirement, it defines the product properties. Basically, functional requirements and non-functional requirements are different by their nature. Next, functional requirement focus user requirements. Next, non-functional requirement focus on the user expectations. Next, these functional requirements are very mandatory to develop any software or the any project. Non-functional requirements are not much mandatory, but user requirement. According to the client, we can describe. Next, it is usually developed by the users. Functional requirements are developed by the users only, but non-functional requirements are developed by the developers. Technical experts are required to develop a non-functional requirements. Next, uh, in functional requirements, we need to require components and API, UI testing. Before non-functional requirements, functional requirements are should be tested. In non-functional requirements, we are having the performance, usability, security testing. Example like etc. Example like testing after the functional requirements only. Functional requirements are tested before the non-functional requirements. Non-functional requirements are tested after the functional requirements. And we are having different types like in functional requirements: authentication, authorization levels, data processing, reporting, etc. In non-functional requirements, we are having the types like usability, reliability, scalability, performance, etc. These are all known as examples or types. In this video, we have discussed the function, what are the requirements and the functional and non-functional requirements, difference between functional and non-functional requirements. I hope you have understand this video. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel, that is Engineering Chalvu. Thank you.